the language.
He does that parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could start with the parrot,
No.
actually.
Alright.
Alright, okay.
What's
It
going
does, it does this one.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember.
Whoa!
Who's the fucker then?
Who's a fucker then? Love it.
Polly wants a fucking fucker. Polly wants a fucking fucker.
Beautiful.
Give Polly a fucking fucker now. What?
And you know what? It's
Hey, baby, show us your tits.
wow. As unsettling as actual tropical birds.
Yeah, do you not like
I
tropical
don't
birds?
like birds.
You don't like birds?
I don't like
How
birds.
can you not like birds? What's wrong?
Have you ever passed a bird store?
Oh, but that's not really. I mean, that's
No, I mean,
birds, but
yeah.
you know what I mean.
I guess domesticated tropical birds.
You don't
Drive
like
me crazy.
domestic.
No, it's like a pet that yells at you all day long.
Oh, they're so smart though.
Okay, that's great. But they're
My
really
friend Bill
noisy.
Bailey has a bird that's a cockatoo in it, and we went out for dinner once, and the cockatoo had his own chair
Mm-hmm.
because it was just like hanging out.
Yeah, that cockatoo did not
Right.
want to be there.
Don't
But
talk to me now. Oh, stop! We're doing a podcast. We're doing a with the wings.
Yeah.
We're doing a podcast, right? You got to stop talking.
You're going to do it this time, yeah?
I'm going to do the podcast, so we're on. We're going
Okay.
to do the
We're
because
doing it.
last week was a disaster.
I know.
A
That's why
disaster.
I put on exactly what I wore
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, me too.
So I wanted
Which
to.
was
so we
difficult for continuity.
could- Yeah, and I put my sunglasses, my water bottle, and my phone exactly where they were last week.
Have you washed that water bottle in between times?
Not the outside, apparently.
No.
Because it's filthy.
You can't see it with the lights. My
yeah.
face has got that kind of grubbiness on it anyway.
No, it doesn't.
Right, so writer performer, is that what we established? What did you
Sure. Or yeah, writer, TV presenter.
present? I was going to tell you
Oh,
last
God, this is where went wrong the last time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have trouble. Defining what it is that I do.
Writer, TV, presenter.
Dude.
I have trouble putting in a couple of words what it is that I do, which is part of the reason why I'm available in the middle of the afternoon. You know what I mean? Which I'm happy to be.
No,
but
that means you're a success.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll buy that.
Right,
I'll buy that.
okay, right, are we ready?
I'll buy that. Sure.
Okay, so you're on. Remember that you're on a single. I'm on a single.
Right.
So if you could
Yeah.
just not,
I'll just
not, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
please.
How would you say hello? I mean, you do a lot of the podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say hello so it's welcoming but yet authoritative?
Let's see. I mean, just welcome, just a warm
I
welcome.
don't say welcome.
Oh, well,
Welcome.
then.
Welcome.
I'm
Welcome
out of
sounds
ideas.
welcome. It's
Yeah.
welcome. How do you feel about welcome? Welcome. Hello. Oh, okay. I'll do welcome.
But I mean, if you're gonna say hello that way, that's lovely.
Oh, do you like
I
that?
couldn't do that.
Oh no.
I could do
Try
like,
it.
hello.
Hello.
I couldn't do that.
No, somebody said I
That would
sounded
sound
like
weird.
Mrs. Doubtfire,
Okay.
and
yeah.
then they died. Right. So
No one's seen them since.
no, they've gone. Right. Are we ready? So welcome. Hello. That sounded creepy, didn't it? You
It did a
interfere.
little.
Don't interfere.
sorry.
You put me off.
Sorry.
Right. You're not on. So just nimini pimini, right?
I don't know what you're
Me-
saying.
You don't
Those are
know.
just
You've
making-
never
you're making
warmed up
strange
as an
noises.
actor.
I have, but not that way.
What do you do? How do you warm up?
Uh,
Me.
I actually, you know what? I haven't done that in a long time.
You haven't?
No,
What do you normally do then?
nothing.
You don't warm.
No.
Do you do
And
stage
you know what?
acting and you don't
well,
warm up?
No, I don't really do a lot of stage acting.
Right.
But I do like TV presenting
Oh, you do?
or hosting or whatever you want to call it. And you know what? That would have helped. There was I used to do a show for FX that was
Yeah.
like we would pop up at the commercial breaks of movies, and it was like endless waiting to do these like little 15-second segments, right? To be like, you're watching Big Mama's House on FX or whatever. It was always Big Mama's House, and I would get so nervous. Like I never had stage fright up to that point, but it was like a really quiet set, and I had a co-host, and then there were like a billion people out like behind the cameras, and people from the network, and like branding people and advertising people, because it would always be like brought to you by the new quarter pounder or whatever. Yeah. And then somebody like the DP would like director of photography. Sorry to do all the
Sorry, we're not on yet.
but like that's right. It would go and like fix a light or like run onto the set to just go like that or whatever. And so it's like you're waiting forever, and I should have been doing some kind of vocalizing or something just to get out of my head and into my instrument.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
But I never did. I just sat there in silence and got more and more
Judged.
crazy.
What did you get? Do you get insecure? Did you get
I
insecure?
did, yeah.
You did?
I started
I
getting
wouldn't
real
have
terrible
thought you
panic
as an
attacks.
inst-
Yeah, I
I
know.
would never have
I think I
thought.
hide it fairly well, but I used to get crazy panic attacks.
Things you
and I still do, actually.
You do?
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
What brings on a panic attack?
Pretty much anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it one of those ones where you make up what's going to happen in the future?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can do that, but
Absolutely.
only really at like 3:30 in the morning.
Really?
So I wake up in the middle of the night and I maybe go to the bathroom or something like that. That's information you don't need. But then I come back and I lie down in bed and then I go,
Yeah.
and then that's when it hits. That's the bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
sleep.
biological.
I sleep great through the
Oh, you
night.
do?
It's in the moments leading up to whatever it is
You know
that
what?
I'm
If
gonna
you
do.
sleep great through the night, then you deserve panic attacks.
Do I?
Yeah, man.
Should I be troubled?
Well,
Should I have a troubled
man,
sleep?
just know that 3:30 in the morning is when it's at. I believe the one thing that comforts me at 3:30 in the morning is I sort of think that all over the world there are people up going like that, worried
Sure.
about something else. Do you know what I
Sure.
mean? You know, it's the same
not wrong.
things they're worried about, and everybody's like, oh my god, and then they go, all right, I'm tired. It's
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
I remember I've been woken up in the middle of the night by panic. It's not a thing
Really?
that happens regularly. But no, I remember just before I turned 40, I was like I had friends over. I had friends in from New York who were sleeping in my bed, and my boyfriend was out of town, and my dog was like sleeping in the bed with my friends, which I was like, you know, that it just hurt. I was on the sofa, and at the moment we had an infestation of rats. There were some rats who had like crawled across a power line and got in. So I was like, I woke up in the middle of the night. My dog was cheating on me, basically. I heard the scratching of rats, and I was like, I'm about to turn 40, and I'm like, I'm asleep on a couch. You know what I mean? And like I'm about to go. It was like November, and I was gonna like I'm gonna go home for Christmas and like sleep in my old room in my parents' house. For some reason, that was upsetting to me in the middle of the night.
You're going to be 40. That's what it is.
40. Yeah, it was just like it was crazy. So yeah, I don't remember what I did beyond just drinking.
I
to
had
get
a
myself
slight
back to sleep.
panic attack once. I used to do a children's show years and years ago,
Mhm.
and I had a lot of padding on, you know, like an almost like a great big wig, and like a whole load of padding, and all my teeth. The thing that bothered me most actually was all my teeth weren't just blacked out; they were kind of browned out.
Oh no.
It looked like I'd been eating stuff that wasn't good,
Uh-huh.
and that all my skin was like kind of rosacea. I looked like a really, 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 really angry Susan Boyle.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? With Susan Boyle, if she was twice the size, with no teeth,
Uh-huh.
and it was,
And it's really only her warmness and like generosity of spirit that
Yeah.
makes Susan Boyle palatable. You know what I mean? Like if she were angry, I think
well, if she was
we would have
angry.
no time
Well,
for it at all.
anybody who's angry is not. But you know, like she's got a nice voice. And everything.
Oh, she does
looks
for sure.
very sweet.
Oh yeah, the voice and also.
But you know what it was? Is like we were filming outside, and at lunchtime everybody was just like, you know, having their lunch and everything, and we were wandering about, and it was like I think it was in Dundee or something like that, and wherever I went, nobody would let me in. You know, like it was like I went to sit down and nobody made a space or anything, and it was horrible. I was like, I'm in here.
Yeah.
I'm me.
And even if you
know?
weren't, like you're still a person. Like even if you really looked like that, you're still a person.
No, I know, but people are very judgy.
Oh,
I
no,
think,
of
and
course.
I say that being very judgy myself because I think that's quite a judgy thing to say. But you know,
You're
anyway,
right.
we should start the podcast.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's
right.
get
So
into
we're
it.
starting. So
I'm ready.
ready? Right. Don't niminy piminy.
Liminy, piminy,
Okay.
piminy, poke.
You know what I do when I'm thinking is I go a big black-backed bumblebee.
Okay.
A big black-backed bumblebee.
A big black-backed bumblebee.
Because that's quite difficult to say. You know. and-
Black-backed bumblebee.
Yeah, because it stops. You know, sometimes when you're talking and you get the brrr thing,
Mhm.
if you do the B words.
Okay.
right?
A big black-backed bumblebee.
Yeah, you see,
Okay,
that's
I like
quite
that.
different. But do
Like
it. Can you do it internally? Internally, right?
Yeah, just did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That worked.
I wondered what that was. Right.
That worked.
Okay. Right. So get your hands off the table.
Sorry.
You're not on. Right. Okay. So. Welcome, hello, and welcome again to 20 Minutes Till Pickup. I'm Lynn Ferguson, and if you've seen this podcast before, then I'm sorry. You know, it's still as bad as it always is. And if you've not seen this podcast before, well done, but too late. You're here now. Anyway, every week that we do the podcast, I have a different co-host, and I'm always very excited about it. And you've got your arms on the table, get them off.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
just- So this week, I have a wonderful co-host. He's handsome. He's shut up. He's debonair. He's intelligent. He's quite annoying,
Sorry.
right? ladies and gentlemen, please welcome writer-performer Dave Holmes.
Hello! Whoa! That sounds like applause. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
There you go. You know,
Arms on the table now?
you're allowed to. I like all your bracelets.
Thank you very much.
Where are they from? Are they
I got
friendship
them.
bracelets?
No,
They're not. What are
They're
they?
not. Okay, I got them from a shamaness at an ayahuasca ceremony.
You want
Yeah.
to run that by me again?
In
Yeah.
English, yeah.
Yeah, I got them
Or-
from a South African shamaness doing a Peruvian ayahuasca ceremony
So what does
up in Laurel Canyon.
Laurel Canyon is
Mhm.
like 2 minutes away from here,
Yeah.
and it's LA.
Mhm,
So
it's maximum LA.
it's maximum LA. So
Um,
tell me, what does it do, and why would you be wearing them? They're
Well,
attractive.
Thank you. They're okay. I put them on
Yeah.
because I did this dumb thing,
Mhm.
right? Where you drink this like cactus tea,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to. It actually wasn't ayahuasca. It was wachuma, which is like same basic idea as ayahuasca, where it's like
I bet you
a
there's loads
hallucinogen.
of people with ayahuascans going like that.
Oh
Curse
yeah,
you,
for sure.
Dave
You're
Holmes.
don't read the comments actually
Alright.
because they'll be angry. But yeah, it's like a hallucinogen, and you do it in a ceremony, and it's
Yeah.
supposed to sort of like bring you inside yourself and like help you solve your internal issues and
You're
whatever.
panicked.
Yeah, that's actually why I went.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it didn't help, but it gave me a lot of stories, and I was with a bunch of rich hippies from Southern California and Arizona. Like everybody had a Mercedes SUV with a Dave Matthews Band sticker on it or
Oh,
whatever.
bless.
Everybody had yoga pants and like Maharishi shirts and whatever. It was nauseating.
But you know what? Sometimes you can calm yourself. I think if you just surround yourself with rich hippies.
Oh, for sure.
You know, because you're like, I'm worried, and they're like, why?
Well,
I'm like, oh yeah.
I found that I used my annoyance to calm myself down.
Oh, you did.
But while I was on ayahuasca,
Yeah.
these were there. She had brought them from the Peruvian village where she gets her cacti from,
Right.
and I saw them and I thought they were the most beautiful thing I had
Yeah.
ever seen, and so I bought a couple. And then the next day, it was like what I did yesterday was so stupid and so Southern California.
Yeah.
Like my family in St. Louis would just never stop laughing if they knew some of the dumb shit that I do out here. And so
They
this
know
being
now.
one, yeah, if they find their way to a podcast, which is a
Yeah.
big if. I mean, they're smart people, but they just don't. It's unlikely that they'll.
If they're smart people, they won't find their way to this podcast.
Very
They'll be
good
like,
point.
stay away from
Very
that
good point.
podcast. We're
Yeah.
smart. No offense, watcher.
So I got these.
I
And I wear them just to remind myself that I'm a ding dong.
You know, I really like them though, and
Thanks.
that's something that I like about.
It's one long necklace that I've just.
What is? So you meant to
turned
wear it.
around.
If you wore it as a necklace, you would
That
look
would be-
like a.
that'd be too
you
much.
would be a strange
That'd be
thing.
too much.
Did you feel the difference after the ceremony? No, you just you drank the cactus juice.
A little.
You
A
did?
little. Yeah, it's supposed to. What they tell you is that it's going to whisper the truth of your soul into your ear.
That would worry me because I don't
Yeah.
know whether my soul would not be whispering nice things.
Mm-mm,
Be
that's
like
what I
my
thought.
soul would be going, "You're crap.
Mm-hmm.
You have always
That's
been
what I was
crap."
worried
Yeah,
about.
yeah, really.
That's what I was worried about. Yeah.
See,
It really
that's-
Yeah.
It just makes me think of that. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah. And you know what? A lot of people could not handle the truth.
Oh,
There
really?
was- yeah. People were vomiting. People were crying. Just yelling. There was a woman who was just writhing on the ground all day long, and I kept trying to help her. Like just get I would she was. It seemed like she was throwing up and writhing and whatever. So I gave her some water.
Yeah.
And she literally this is the bottle that I'm handing her. She's and then just gave it back to me and then went back to the ground and started writhing. And then once I tried to help her up and she was and pushed me away, went down on the ground, started writhing again. It was just people who were having kind of a dramatic
You
moment
think
all
maybe
day
our
long.
soul might be saying, "You're an overactor.
Yes.
Calm down,
Yeah.
love."
Take a deep breath, dummy.
You know, I know. I mean, I think, it's easy to get yourself into a frenzy.
Mhm.
You know,
For sure.
because I read recently, there was people fighting over groceries at a late night Tesco's in London.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the same frenzy. As much as
Yeah.
you dress it, you might dress it up in a different way, but if you find yourself in a late night grocery store punching someone because they got the cheese before you,
Uh-huh. I think
Mostly
that's
you're shaming
something
women.
that's an export, it feels like.
Yeah.
From the States. Because
Yeah.
we've been doing that for decades. beating
Really?
each other up in stores is a uniquely American phenomenon.
For
I've
like
always
the
thought.
cheese? No, that's,
For-
I know,
for
but
cheap-
you're all
for
immigrants.
discounts.
But Americans are immigrants, really, aren't you? You're immigrants.
Yeah. But I mean, I think the people who've been doing it have been here for generations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Long enough that
Yeah.
we've created an American identity that is built around discounts and bargains
And people-
and
But
acquiring
yeah,
things.
But they lie as well when they say it's a discount, because it's not really a discount.
No?
It's just like, no, when people say, oh, there's a discount on, you're going, no, there isn't. That's a thing. There are certain companies, which I shall... Banana Republic, for example, do you know, I'm sure that sometimes they just make things really expensive, so that then they can go, oh, by the way, there's a discount. And you go, yeah, it's normal price now.
No, it's just normal price. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, or
They also send too many goddamn emails.
they do, don't they? I've had to
Jesus.
unsubscribe. Yeah, are you a Banana Republic shopper?
No, not really. I'm more of a J. Crew.
Oh, you are.
J.
You can
Crew
fit.
guy.
Have you got small hips then?
I guess.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you need small hips for it?
Well, you know, I mean, I find J. Crew difficult. I like their stuff, but you know, what can I tell you? Anyway, let's not advertise for
Okay,
them.
that's fair. That's
So,
fair.
you know,
So what are
right
we
now,
doing?
well, we're doing the podcast.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So what happens
do
is we'll do it. We're doing it. I've introduced you.
Okay.
That's a start.
So we're in.
So now I ask you, because one of the things is you've got a book coming out. Haven't you? A book coming out.
I do, yeah.
You've written a book.
Well,
Is it a
not
whole
really.
book?
It's not finished yet. It's I've just gotten notes on my first draft.
No.
And so I am about to start revising it and getting my second draft ready, which I've got a couple weeks to do that. Then there'll be a third draft that'll have like a week or so to knock out. So by like end of September, knock wood, I should have a final version. But we'll see.
That's
We'll see.
magic. And then it'll come out.
Well, I mean, we'll see. If it gets done, it'll be magic.
Oh.
It is tentatively it'll be out May 2016.
That's amazing.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if it gets done.
I'll get done. I'll get done.
The thing is, like, my life is full of like projects that are 60% finished.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, no,
Like I'm great at starting things,
Yeah.
and then it's like, you know, then it gets to the point where it becomes work, and then I don't want to do it anymore, so I stop doing it. So I'm at that stage now with this book, right?
But you'll finish it. Any publishers that are publishing his book, he's finished.
Oh
it.
no! I mean,
He's
I'm under
committed.
contract. I will finish it. I
you'll
will finish it,
You'll
and I
finish
will
it.
make it good. But it's
Yeah.
like I'm at that stage now where ordinarily I would be like,
I
hell with this.
totally understand, because my dream has always been to meet a sort of amiable completer finisher.
Yeah.
You know, personality types where you go, oh, I'd love to meet a completer finisher.
yes,
I didn't.
no,
No, I didn't. You're not a completer finisher, are you, darling?
complete getting dressed.
Yeah, I didn't
know
complete
that.
getting
Didn't
dressed.
start
No,
getting
he got
dressed.
up, but he didn't get dressed. Right, now what we will do, though, he's quite tidy. He likes to tidy the house.
That's
I mean,
nice.
We've had this argument because we're quite cluttered.
Well,
But you know,
you got a lot of stuff.
quite cluttered. And he wants me to thin down my vinyl collection. And that's, that's not good. And what I agreed is I would throw out things that my co-hosts agreed that I should throw out.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So how
So-
many of?
Well,
May I?
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
So what are we? Okay, first of
So
all,
we're reviewing
speaking
some records, and the ones that we don't like are going.
Speaking of not clothed,
Yeah, I know, right?
straight up, nothing on the bottom.
Million sellers of the 50s.
Sellers of the 50s that came out in the 70s. Are we going to listen to them, or is this
Well,
just?
we can't really, because then YouTube wouldn't let us play it. You know what I
Oh,
like?
I see.
But what I like about
So
this
which-
album is don't hurry yourself. Give
Okay.
it time.
Okay.
Right. So this one, I think I like it
Mm-hmm.
because the cover is so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane.
Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's got some good tracks on it.
High School
but you
Confidential.
know that they're not by the original artists.
Mm-hmm. You'll be singing along with the tunes as if they were current top tenors.
Yeah. Babyface.
Is it that baby
I
face?
don't know. Shall I play it?
I guess.
Shall I play it? What do you feel?
Okay, if you can try.
We can try playing it.
You're putting the
See how
future
bad
of
it is. I mean,
this.
it's got to be pretty bad.
Yeah,
podcast
we're
in
plugged
jeopardy.
We are, because that's the thing with YouTube.
I generally just speed it up so that you
Oh, I
can't tell what it is and
Okay.
see you
Right,
guys.
so-
dance.
Okay.
Alright, so if it's speeded up, you know what, it might be a bonus actually.
Remember
Million
the
sellers of the
the
50s.
stylus holder
Really.
thing down as well. Yeah.
The one, oh yeah, because then it'll scratch.
Mm.
You know, some of the things, what happened to me was that quite a lot of them I inherited.
Yeah, from.
Well, just random people knew that I liked
She was
vinyl.
stolen.
No,
From
no.
Glasgow.
But, people knew that I liked stuff, so they
Boosted him from stores.
She was robbing houses.
Okay.
Let's see.
What
is that baby face?
Okay.
How do you feel?
I don't love it, but I do love the cover.
Yeah, you love the cover.
What's happening? Is it like a
I
ball
know,
and chain
right?
kind of a deal? Is she a slave?
A half-nude woman in a white t-shirt holding a bowling ball.
Bowling
Question,
ball?
please.
Maybe.
What has that got to do with the 50s?
Yeah,
You know?
I don't get it.
They played bowling a lot in the 50s because it was
But
all
they
had to do.
played with their pants on. There's no reason
Yeah,
for
you
that
know-
woman.
Yeah,
Do you think she's wearing a flesh-coloured tight?
I would bet on it.
Do you think she's wearing
Yeah.
a flesh-coloured tight?
I hope so.
Yeah,
God,
I do
hope so,
too.
just for her
Man, I
parents'
know,
sake.
right?
Maybe just a pants off, dance off.
Pants
Yeah.
off the- So
Oh, I
are,
missed
are
that
we
show.
keeping? Are we keeping her?
Yeah, let's keep it.
Yeah, we're keeping her. Okay.
We then move on to, and in fact, in my head, I said this is from 1987, and I was absolutely right. There's a very swing out sister kind of a styling of the cover here, is there not? I just, as a general rule, I don't care for greatest hits compilations.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah, and it just feels
Don't
like a
cover your
cheat.
face. Don't cover your face.
Oh,
But
sorry.
it's normally the because somebody's changing a deal, isn't it? A big
Yeah, usually. No, I mean, but just to like have them feels like a cheat. You know what I mean?
What are you
Like
trying
with
to
the
say?
albums. I mean, I know it's a time saver. Oh, are we out of time?
Well, that better be. I don't worry about it.
All right.
Started.
Okay, we'll review the records and then we'll.
Okay.
Don't judge me. I need to know what records I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping. Right.
Yeah, and the kids can wait.
The kids can wait.
You know, honestly, this is some of the magic of childhood. Honestly, is entertaining yourself while you're waiting for
Absolutely,
somebody to pick
When
you up.
you sat on the curb outside.
Yeah, creating games for yourself.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
they did things when I was young.
Hey, how many fingers am I holding up, or whatever, or
Yeah, farting.
whatever.
Calling 911, throwing stones at cars.
No.
Sure.
So you don't like the greatest hits thing?
Yeah, I mean, just on principle, I disagree. I'm opposed to greatest hits compilations. But if you're going to have one, James Brown is a good one to have because you're not going to get all those albums.
No.
Like for me, it's like to have like George Michael's greatest hits.
Yeah.
It's like that's a cheat. He had 4 albums or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
the 4 albums.
No, I know
Get the
what
4
you mean. I know.
albums, especially now.
Yeah.
But like this guy did like
Do
3
you like
albums
George
a year
Michael?
for
I
like 30
George
years.
Michael.
You know, I do.
Yeah,
I
I
do.
do too.
He let us down. I will tell you that.
Well,
for a long
you know.
time.
But
by,
you know,
and by us, I mean the gay community.
well,
By just like.
do you know,
you know.
what though? I get that thing where I don't like that we make people who are really good singers into things that they don't. You know, he never said I'm a gay icon, and
No,
he never
no.
even said he was gay. He was just a good singer.
Yeah.
He was like a good musician.
Yeah, I know, but it's just if you are gay and you're in the public eye, like
Yeah,
I know it's not fair, but life's not fair. You should,
I know.
you should at the very least not
Deny.
drink and drive and then just eat random
Yes.
dicks in a park.
Yes, I
You know what I mean?
understand. Yes.
You ought not to like play to
Yeah, I know.
the worst and most damaging stereotypes.
Yeah.
It's fun, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get through it. Okay, Sex Machine, Make It Funky. Every song is great. Gravity, which was an early '80s song that was not so great, but it's a good timepiece. Living in America. This is all good. These are all very good.
So we would keep that.
I would keep this.
It's got a track called Hot Pants on it. I think we should
Hot
keep
Pants.
that.
Have you ever heard that?
I don't think so. I mean-
It's like that's how it goes. Is Hot Pants
Oh, really?
over and over. And
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, if
Just
you
put it
live
on.
in the San
it
Fernando
on.
Valley, that's called the summer.
Put it on. It's fun.
Alright, okay. There's a Hot
I'm
Pants.
like I'm ordering you around. I don't.
That's alright, I'm used to it.
You put records in my hands and
Well,
somehow.
there you go. Right, come on, I'll put it on while you're thinking.
All right, this is some kind of German Dusty Springfield greatest hits compilation.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a greatest hit, so I know
I mean,
we're on a loser.
I know, and you know how I feel about those. But this is a great one.
So is it only just bad greatest hits you don't like?
Did I?
Hot Pants.
Hot pants. Hot pants.
There you go.
Okay.
Right.
Dusty. I mean, you can't throw away Dusty Springfield.
No, you can't.
You can't.
No.
What I like about this is this is all misspelled and like weirdly weirdly punctuated.
Yeah.
This is definitely
We should
English was
show-
not the first
show-
language
show- There you go.
of the people who put this.
No,
particular
don't try and
compilation
focus
together.
like naturally on the camera, because then we'll
Is
be
that not gonna
going and
work?
not see us. Well, no, you can do something groovy with the editing. Can you do something groovy with the editing?
Why do you want me to...
I do it when you do something groovy with the editing. What's wrong with that?
Editing takes effort.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you can't front.
No,
Can't
she's
front on
there.
Dusty.
She's there.
Gotta keep Dusty.
He's
I'm not
going.
helping. I just feel like
No,
I'm
you're
not
not-
helping
you're not helping.
at all.
No, you're not helping. But then you've not been helping since you arrived.
You're
Yeah,
absolutely
there you go.
right. You're absolutely right. Okay, this is a lesser Violent Femmes album.
Yeah. But
I would say if
still,
you got to get rid of one of the four, this would probably be it. I love
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
but I don't, off the top of my head, remember any of the songs on this album.
Yeah.
I bet it sounds very much like a 1988 album,
Yeah.
which,
You would.
from a
I
historical
think it was
perspective,
good,
might be
huh?
interesting.
Handsome boys
Sure.
as
So
well.
what's on it? What's on that one?
Nightmares, Just Like My Father, Dating Days, Fat. Oh, I like Fat. That's a good one.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's funny. It's good.
Really?
Full
What's it
and the
about?
Full Moon.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah,
I hope you got
really
fat. Yeah. Okay. So I
Nothing
do know
Worth
one song.
Living For, World We're Living In, Outside the Palace, Telephone Book, Mother of a Girl, Lies, and See My Ships.
Okay.
See,
Hmm?
I saw the lead singer and guitarist of the Violent
Gordon.
Femmes recently, Gordon Gano.
Oh, you did?
Or Gano? I don't know exactly
Yeah.
how you're supposed to say it. But there's a
Gordon.
thing.
Just say
Gordon.
You saw Gordon.
I saw Gordon.
You saw Gordon. You know
Uh,
Gordon from the Violent Femmes. He saw him.
Yeah.
Gordon.
There's a thing. There's like a street festival in the West Village in October.
Oh, it was Gordon there.
It was there.
He was there.
They,
was he Gordon?
it's right by Tavern on Jane.
Okay.
It's like a little street fair, but then they a bunch of local musicians just do like a jam session in the afternoon, and he was one of them. And he looks like an old college professor now. He's kind of like just dumpy and tiny and old, and it was great. They just like played all the day long. There were a couple of Wilco people there, and him, and I forget who else. Did you ever hear of the Bogmen?
No.
A couple of the Bogmen were there. It was lovely. So I have happy memories of the Violent
So
Femmes
he's a
because that's
nice
one of my
man,
favorite
is he?
Seems like a nice man,
Gordon
yeah.
a nice man.
He seems like it.
Yeah, nice man.
Yeah, I would say so. I'd put
Okay.
money on him being a nice
Yeah,
man.
well, that's good. We'll
So-
keep it out just because Gordon's a nice man.
Yeah,
And I like the Fat song. I like the Fat.
great.
Okay.
Keep it.
All right.
I've
we've
done
overrun.
no good.
We've overrun.
Oh no.
We totally overrun. I've no idea
Oh,
even how long my
God.
time is. Right. Is there any lasting
Ugh.
message you would like to give to my one viewer? Now be
uh,
nice because there's only one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't hope you got fat.
No.
I hope you. But if you did, that's fine.
Yeah, because you're still adorable.
You're still adorable. As long as you're healthy, just be healthy. As
Yeah.
long as you're achieving maximum health, doesn't
Yeah.
matter what size
Yeah,
you are.
as long
Love
as you're
yourself.
happy.
Love
Do you
yourself
know
the
what?
way
as
we
long
love
as you're
you.
happy.
Yeah.
As long as you're not waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning going.
Beset by anxiety.
But if you are waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning going, then know that I am also
Mhm. A lot of
awake
people are.
at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, 3:30 for me, really. Technically, if you want to be doing the at the same time as me, go for the 3:30. That's right.
Do you stay in bed or do you get out and move the limbs around?
Oh, I wonder about make
Okay.
tea, all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was you. That's
Well-
all you wanted to say.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, thanks. This has been this episode, whatever episode it is of 20 Minutes Till Pick Up. My
Mhm.
co-host has been Dave Holmes, and then mwah, bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, so if you want to ask a question, I can't guarantee we'll answer it, but I'll try. You could tweet me a question at Lynn Ferguson, or you can make a comment if you're watching this on the video. And you know what would be awesome? Can you share this? Thanks. All right. Mwah. See you later.